Where are you going
I'm
again?
gonna take the boys to Mexico.
Oh, for the snorkeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, those jerk wings, listen. I gave him some.
What'd you think?
Hello.
I know.
Did you have them? You had
And
some?
they were cold, and I still ate them.
Right. They were good.
They're my baby.
The girl who hired me for last night, she just texted me right now talking about I just had a slider and they're the best sliders I ever had. I said,
So what
"Thank
did you make? What slider did you make?
I just did my blackened spice mix chicken, and then I did the mixed green that I use for the salad, red onion and my chipotle mayo.
Your
And
chipotle mayo's good.
and I mixed a little bit of barbecue sauce in it because I wanted to stretch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
No, your
good.
chipotle mayo is fire. It's very, very good.
Yeah, it was
very,
good.
very good.
Everything was good. The salad was good. The egg rolls. Egg rolls don't keep.
I'm telling you, you gotta get an
so
air fryer and do it right there on site beforehand.
And even then, I'm not gonna
Pull
do
it from the menu?
Yeah, I don't want to
Yep.
do it. Welcome to another episode of Dairy Free Game. I am your host, Bobby Cherie, and today I have a very special guest. This is my girlfriend, Aisha Steele. I'm trying to think when we met.
Oh my gosh. You call her
Steenie.
Steiny, through Steenie, through Christina, years ago. It's gotta be a good 8. Wasn't Avon like a baby?
I remember we went to Black Panthers. Remember we had the couples thing? When did Black Panther come out? Do you remember when Black Panther came out?
20.
And it was before that because
Was it before the pandemic?
Yeah.
So we're talking about 2020.
No, before that because you guys were at my cookbook launch in 2019. I think it was 2017. It had to have been 2017 or something.
So it's before Avon because Avon was born in 20. Why am I lying about my kid's age?
Right? Don't even
Avon
know.
was born. And when was my son born? 20.
Don't even know when your child was
No, May
born.
14,
How old is
2014, 2011. How about that?
Right.
Avon was born in 2011, so definitely he was born. Stop it. No
old?
judgment here. No, dairy-free, non-judgment zone.
Correct. Okay. Aisha Steele, owner of Aisha Life Events, runs a full-scale event planning business cultivated on providing experiences. She focused on incorporating the underrepresented and underdeserved to provide education, catering, bar planning, and show-stopping charcuterie grazing tables that are delicious to eat and beautiful to view. Okay, so let's do what we do every time, which is take something that's dairy-filled and make it dairy-free. So since you do your charcuterie boards, we have my vegan cheese dip, which is cream cheese, anchovies, and green onions. And then this cheese is actually Vicious Kinds, which is one of my favorite brands. They're Black-owned, and it is I think it's called French Connection, and it has Can I tell you how to eat that before you?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, so put that down.
Okay.
So,
This is going to be mine. So I touched it.
The prosciutto. Put the prosciutto on top.
Oh, a little prosciutto, buto. Okay.
And then you take a little bit of the meat from the date.
Little date meat.
Mm-hmm.
Meet me on a date.
Meat date.
Okay, here.
And then you just, put it on top.
Okay, pretty girl.
Mm-hmm.
Like that?
Perfect bite, yes.
Let's see here. My mouth is already watering. Yes, okay. Mmm. Mmm. A little salty, a little sweet,
Creamy.
a little chew, a little creamy.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I know you would. And of course we can put the apricots and the
I really like it.
But
We can toast this. We have to add this to our joint menu. Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna napkins or nothing.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. A little step.
This
I'll
is
wet my
actually
whistle.
champagne glass. This is I think it's Riesling, but sparkling or something.
Okay.
Or
Can I
something
just cheers to you before we get started?
Can we?
I just want to let you know
Tell me and the
how
people.
much I.
That's your camera over there. Go tell.
Oh, here we go.
No,
Hey.
right here.
Right there, here we go.
Mhm.
How much I absolutely adore Bobby Cherie. She has been a light and a support. How about not she, you? You have been, so
Yeah,
that
talk
you
to me.
know, a light and a support system in my life. You are not only just one of my right-hand women, but I feel confident that you are someone that I can be my authentic self. I can tell you opportunities to improve. You reflect that back to me. And we both are on similar paths of just wanting to dominate. and dominate our field using the word collaboration, because there's so much room for all of us to grow and be better. And I am grateful for you in my life, and I'm happy to support you in any way I can.
Thank you.
Cheersing to Bobby. Cheers. Let's get a little closer. Hey.
I just posted something that I saw the other day, and my friend had posted it, and it said something.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
I'll show you the bottle. It said like I hate when they say let's normalize, but it was like let's normalize telling people you inspire me instead of copying them and then acting like they're your competition.
Hello.
And I think that that's so important. Is like, you know, anytime we're in a room together. Now, Aisha and me, she says that we do the same thing. We do not. You say all the time like we're not.
We are.
We're in the hospitality
Yes.
business because
And
we both.
we settle for excellency. That's what I say. Like with you, Bobby, I know if I bring out an apple and it has the tag on it, or it is not cut correctly, or we haven't found a way to preserve or be more efficient, that's where I say we are in alignment with wanting to deliver the best experience that we can.
Yes.
I'll put a pin in it there.
Yes, but when we first started working together, you know, there were reservations because you said that we kind of are in the food space, but we're not. Like, first of all, I'm not doing all that, all this. Like, I'm with the pretties, but I care about the taste, and I want hot. Like, you know, that's the setup. It's gonna be a little cute, but I care about people texting me talking about it's the best slider you ever had.
Right.
Like,
Right.
the pictures and stuff are good, but I appreciate every time we do an event and you don't try to pass anything off as your own. You don't try to dim other people's light. And anytime we're together, you know, it's team the Aisha life, but you're like, oh, this is Bobby. She's actually a dairy-free chef, and you're plugging me at your events because you know that, first of all, I'm never going to do something that is unsavory, that is not appreciative of what you've shown to me, but also like you don't have to do any of that and you continue to do it. So that kind of spirit is like, it's always going to come back.
I love
always
that.
is.
And I also like, I'm really big on, and now you and I had a moment when we were working on a joint project together to where you really made it make sense, to where I'm here as a representative of you. And I feel the same way when I work for you and do things, to where you're like, I want you to be your best when I'm somewhere. So if I'm doing something or sharing something, it comes from that energy. And I've never felt, again, more seen or more heard, or more in a space where someone's like, hey, like, I'm in this for us. You win, I win. And that's basically how I feel, because I can't do, one, everything, and two, not everything is for me. My personality may be a particular way, my food may end up a particular way, but if I have an opportunity where I'm saying, hey, you know what? Bobby ran point on this. Oh, you really love the decor that came together today? Bobby put that together. Then go for it, because I know it will all come back. And I also know that seeing you succeed means that we succeed. And there's one more Black woman that is leading the way towards rising everyone up. So,
yeah. And also, I always say, the truth is always the truth. And like, it doesn't have to remember what it said, because it is what it is.
Ooh,
so,
come on, Nugget.
Right.
Nugget.
No, and like, I pride myself on not being a liar, because I'm a bad liar. I have a bad memory. So if I tell you a story, I tell it the same way every time. So you know it's true. It's like, you done heard this story about this crazy ass date I went on. No, the nigga really said that. Like, I say at the same time. It's not a made up thing. And it's like, you can't, if I say, oh, I did this, they'll want it again. And then if I call the person that really did it and then they can't do it, then I'm going to have to run with my tail between my legs. It's not, honesty is always the best policy. And then just know that you shouldn't have people in your circle who you feel are not going to represent you well. So if you have to be crab in the barrels mentality with people, then you just need to find the right people. Yeah.
Because I'm not in the kitchen baking. Between you and my sister, the pistachio cake stays on speed dial, stays on my menu.
And that's all I'm doing.
Everybody asks for it every single time. So I'm just like, my sister, I tell her too, y'all can have that. The labor intensive items as far as baking, not my lane. I'd rather be chopping up some apples or some charcuterie or some fun cheeses. And it's just good. Why am I trying to pass something off when I know someone can execute her pistachio, your strawberry, your banana pudding to where it's going to be fire, and you're so consistent, Bobby. That's what I always love about working with you. It's like if Bobby's dropping off a cake or those damn phenomenal cookies, you know they're going to be the same every single time and everyone's going to love them. So,
They are,
yes.
they are.
Yes.
Okay, so let's get into the elephant in the room.
Okay.
Why are you still eating and consuming dairy? She's got you in a chokehold.
First of all, my parents will even tell you I have an obsession with cheese. I have loved cheese since as far as I can remember. And the only thing that has slowed my cheese loving ass down has been the whole lactose issue as I've entered into my seasoned years of my life.
And you still won't stop.
And I still won't stop. What I will do
What will you do?
is damper how much I have it, because I'm not gonna lie, my relationship with you as well as my body has shown it's not really jiving with me the way it used to. I will feel bloated. I will feel heavy after I eat it, but it's only when it's like full fat, like ice cream, sour cream, things like that. My hard cheeses, my cheeses from my charcuterie board, maybe it's God thinking of me, they don't mess with me. I don't have to take a lactate or anything. But the ice creams, the yogurts, the stuff like that, it is a fight happening in my stomach if I decide to take that without taking a lactate. But I'm about like moments, and I love walking.
What about moments at the hospital?
Tell me.
Are you
Tell
at
me.
those moments? And I don't try to
Moments in the hospital.
knock on wood, but everything catches up to us. Like with our older age, things are not leaving as quickly as we would like.
Facts.
And so we have to always say we have to be proactive. So it's doing internal damage that we just don't know about. And if we're not regularly seeing the doctor, we don't know everything that's going on. So now is the time to start incorporating, because it's a lot of things that you'll have to get rid of, and that could seem overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, a tip would be is just like one thing at a time. Like if it's just find an ice cream brand. I particularly like Van Leeuwen.
Yes.
You
love it.
They have a vegan option, and you can't tell. So delicious.
Okay.
But the cashew milk or the almond milk, I'm not too fond of the coconut milk based things.
Okay.
But some of them have the flavors that, that I could tolerate, and they make good milkshakes.
Yeah.
Who else? Oatly.
I do like Oatly. I do use Oatly creamers. Actually, when I make my espresso martinis, I use Oatly, the Oatly creamer in those items too. They're really good. They have a brown sugar one and all that too. You're right. I mean, I'm nodding my head because it is in my diet.
The conviction is there, yes.
But if there's an opportunity to go to a Salt and Straw or All Chill over in Lamert, who also has some awesome vegan brands too, I'm just a foodie and a fatty, and I want to try it all. So I will try the vegan items because they're delicious, but then if there's some kind of deliciousness that's happening on the other part of the menu, I just need a bite.
So we're just never going to win you over.
You are going to win me
We're just
over
never gonna
because
win you over.
I am learning, even though I'm in a season where I'm not taking care of my body the way that I used to. I'm manifesting and making strides for the next year to get back to my motivated, health conscious self. I just think I haven't found my groove in this new entrepreneurship and the new season of life as far as my home life, figuring all of that out to where I can reach for a smoothie that will have that item in there, or I'm gonna have grilled chicken, vegetables, and there's not gonna be dairy in sight because that's just how I'm making my meal. But sadly, I am leaning towards wraps and sandwiches and things that are on the go. And even if I'm gonna get a tuna sandwich, I just love it with a nice little slice of provolone.
I've never, unless it was grilled like a tuna melt, I can't see cheese on tuna if it's not melted.
I don't know what it was. I was riding around. I always try to look when I'm in an area. I was finishing a walkthrough for a client, and I'm like, okay, I want a deli sandwich. Looked around, found a spot called JJ's. It was minority owned, female owned. I'm like, I'm gonna go in and support. Their tuna sandwich came with provolone cheese on a delicious soft bread, buttery bread. And that's hard too. I make a really great steak, and it's rosemary and sage butter basted. And I've done the side by side. I do like the Earth Balance butter, those vegan trumpet tomatoes I made for that other event. I still have people calling me asking for that recipe, and that was all
That you were supposed to give me.
vegan and deliciously based. So, yeah, there's opportunities for it for sure.
So
For sure.
you've tried it side by side. You could taste the difference.
With my steaks, 100%. 100%.
I don't believe you.
Yes.
I mean,
and you
it's
know
not
my
that
boys like to eat.
It's
but
not that I don't believe you, but it's like if it tastes great, then I don't want to even compare it.
Let me
can't
push
even
to
remember.
you what you've said, which is that one of the barometers of how I am inspired by you is that you want everything to taste delicious. And if I know there's another lane for something to be delicious and not just great and good, I'm leaning towards that area, especially when I'm putting together my like forever menu and my butter-based steak. And I tried my grilled items. I don't butter at all. Like I don't need to put butter on there. But when I'm making for like a small group or myself or my boys, I'm butter-based in the steak.
I feel like we can investigate and maybe.
Let's do a side by
No,
side.
I'm saying no. You might have to, because I'm not saying everything is we can get a recipe and just swap out the butters.
Yeah.
You might have to like
Tweak it.
add a pinch of nutmeg or something. You know, like you might
Okay.
have to do something to kind of, or a little bit more salt or something. But I think I want to taste it side by side.
I'm here for it. You know, we getting into that garage, so that was the day that we'll do some ribeyes. I'll do some side by side ribeyes, and we can. Well, I don't know. You can't taste it, but
I'll taste it. I
Okay.
just can't swallow.
I was,
I just won't swallow.
that's what she said. Edit that out for my babies.
No.
Edit that out
No,
for
we
my
don't do that.
babies.
I'm gonna tell you right now, they have no
Fix it
business
in
watching
post.
this.
Fix it in post.
They have no business watching this. Mommy was not on an episode. You showed them the clips only. We don't do edits on here. Just so you know.
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
Let me be careful with this little baby then. Okay.
Right, because we don't do that. Yes. And they don't know what that's what she said means. Okay. Oh my. Okay. So let's talk about the kids. They're adventurous eaters.
They are.
Actually, Ashton has a recipe in my cookbook.
Marvelous
it's called
Muscles.
Ashton Marvelous Muscles. And so when I was creating the cookbook, I wanted to go to my friends and ask them. Well, I asked the couple, could they give me some recipes that meant a lot to them, and Aisha gave me the recipe that she makes with one of her sons, and I tweaked it very little,
Yeah.
but it's delicious. I love mussels.
You do love mussels.
I do.
What'd you do with the ones from the event?
Well, the raw ones, I didn't cook them right away, and so they went
Had a
back.
little- okay.
They were already. I didn't do it the next day. I went the day afterwards, and I should have did it the next day because all of them were open.
Yep.
They had my back refrigerator smelling like.
Yep. That's why I had to like steam my coolers out from that and get a new one, because I'm like, I just want to make sure nothing that's like a drink or something that's going to be in those coolers until they really get a chance to air out and do whatever. So
Oh yeah! Oh my God, we love it. Yeah. So what's their dairy intake like? Because I know they're adventurous eaters and they just eat.
they
whatever
do,
you
but
eat.
you know what's funny? I think they've gotten from their dad. They are heavy, heavy, heavy meat eaters, and I'm more seafood and not even so much chicken, but I'm a more seafood Mediterranean type cooker, and they all know how to cook their favorite meals. Avon likes mac and cheese, so he'll make his own mac and cheese, but it's not like a daily recurrence. For them to have steak or some tri-tip, or they love chicken wings, that's kind of what their diet is. Avon loves eggs. He'll make his own eggs in the morning with whatever
love
protein
eggs,
on the
too.
side and some fruit. But those are their go-to. And they also love pasta, whether it's a red-based pasta or a butter pasta that we will add like herbs to or whatever. Those are the items that have gotten us through the summer, where I'm like, hey, I'm not cooking. I've spent all these years teaching y'all asses how to cook, so y'all gotta go in there and make the things that you want to make. And then I definitely would say anything from the continent of Asia are my boys. So I'm really working hard this year so that we can get to Asia next year, because ramen, sushi, egg rolls, dim sum, a day for us always is going to Maracay Market, 99 Ranch Market. Any of those places, they will eat any and everything
I went
that's in there.
I went there when you told me to get the egg rolls. It stunk so bad.
It's the seafood.
No, but it shouldn't. I don't. Because they have seafood at Whole Foods as well.
Yeah,
And I was like, other than this packaged egg roll wrapper,
I'm not getting anything else.
You could never.
I've never been sick, and when I do sushi, again, like I'm not making my sushi from scratch, So I usually will go to those markets unless I have a sushi chef I'm working
I
with.
looked at something
No one's
across
been
the.
sick.
I looked at something across the thing in the meat aisle, and it looked brown from where I don't even know what it was, but I felt like it wasn't supposed to be that color. I was like, "Get me out of here."
I will push, and you travel too, Bobby, but I would say us as Americans sometimes can be a little apprehensive to food items that don't look the way that we want them to look, but they still are okay to eat. But everyone's stomach is set up differently. I know I have a bit of a I can't do textures like brain and tripe and stuff like that. I'll have a little nibble to try it, but that's not my lane. Some people will eat that and be all good. But I do think those markets, I go to a lot of international markets, they all have some type of smell because they're
that
not
boy too.
preserving like we do. And all those people are alive in LA living.
Are they? Do we? Are they really?
And you should be
have
cool
we
with
seen
the
the
Asians because most
obituary
of them are
section?
dairy free. Most of the markets don't have a lot of cheese.
That more, that's my little go-to for my Jamaican and Caribbean spices and stuff. Yeah, I've always loved that they've been so adventurous with their eating and you expose them. It's probably why I don't have kids, because if I had a kid that did not want to try, so I'd be like, throw the baby out with the bathwater. Like, what do you mean you don't like eggs or seafood or
They talked about childhood trauma, and part of my healing was, and my parents were great. I never went without. We definitely were not broke, but my parents were smart in that when we went out to eat, I rarely got to order my own meal. It was where I got a little bit off my dad's plate, a little bit off my mom's plate, and that was it. So I think for me, I was trying to ensure that they always got a chance to try something new, order what they wanted to order, to kind of relive that. My pocketbook hurts because of it, and I understand why my parents now did it. But that was something where I think now why when I go out, I like tasting menus. I like tapas plates because I want a little bit of everything.
Yeah, happy hour that's the go-to. Or they just had Dine LA last month, and it was for 2 weeks. And this is the first year in forever that I haven't participated because I was
you've been
just so
booked and
busy.
busy. Hey, she booked and busy, y'all.
But yeah, I love being able to go to these places that normally would not get my pockets, because I feel like I would rather pay for experiences because I know that I can cook. But I do like going and having somebody do the cooking for me and serve and taste, especially if I can find something that's dairy free on the menu. So
you touched on something really good, because that's how I feel when I go out too. If I have something I can make, other than if I'm tired, I just don't feel like cooking, I'll be really upset when I go out and I'm like, oh, I could have done this at home. What's going on?
Yeah, like I don't do a lot of sushi because I don't know where to get the thinly cut. Like I'm big on I don't want to get sick. So if I do a roll, it's like shrimp tempura with eel sauce or avocado.
Okay, you don't like a lot of raw.
I'm saying for me to cook it myself, no. I love it, like the poke bowls and stuff. I just don't know where to get those to where I'm okay with ingesting it.
Yeah.
It's like mind over matter thing.
I feel you.
But yeah, I'm gonna go and get me, if they got that sashimi on the menu. Boa has a really good.
Good.
It's delicious. It was like a truffle and catch.
Oh, catch is legit. Yeah.
And they have a pistachio. It's a vegan cheesecake. Pistachio.
Really? See, they looking out for you.
Oh my God.
They are looking out for you.
That's why. So why are you still eating dairy?
I will try it. I promise I will.
Do you have
I will
butter
try it.
in your refrigerator right now?
I stay with the Kerrygold butter. I stay with my Parisian butter. I'm a butter and a salt fanatic. So at any given moment, you're gonna have that. The list that they said, where they say if there's gonna be an earthquake or a disaster, have what you need. That's how I am with my cooking. Like at any given moment, I can prepare something fabulous for you because I got the butter and the salt and the spices, my dry goods, and some type of fresh vegetable and fruit.
So I don't think I'm going to win you over with this. I'm like, listen, we can't turn this tummy if she doesn't want to be healed.
You see, anytime you bring it, I'm here for it. And you're my go-to. If I do a charcuterie cheese spread and they want a vegan spot, I'm always hitting you up. Hey, Bobby, what should I get?
You have to go to the places I told you. So how hard has it been? Because I remember when you did an event and you weren't in love with all the cheeses that you got, but I feel like it was a time thing because I gave you some.
100%. It's just my piss poor planning. Like I looked at your list and I thought that 2-3 days beforehand I could be able to get it, but things had to be shipped or at farmers markets, and I just was not. I was not prepared. The Misha's was there. People tore it up. It was delicious, and she's great. I've seen her at farmers markets.
It's the They sell it at Walmart for $6 and like 49 cents.
Good for her.
That's where I got
Good
this
for
one.
her. I love that. And then too, now that I know that you do this, the anchovy one, I can just order that from you and have that there, and we can put it in
It's
like a
such-
glass,
Yeah.
a glass thing.
Put
If
the,
it's
and put the little
Yep.
green onions
Put a
on
little
top.
stuff on it, make it
it's
pretty.
so easy and it's so cream. It's a hit. Like it don't matter. But I don't tell people normally that it has anchovies in it because they frown. And I'm like, you literally
It's
ask
umami.
me for more and more. But then
Yeah.
you hear the word anchovy. Anchovies are delicious.
But it's like you said with sushi, it's mind over matter. People hear it because that's what half the time people are like, hey, what am I trying? I'm like, I'll give them like this overall experience of what it is without giving all the details. Then afterwards, I'll say, hey, what did you think? Did you know that you were eating anchovies? Did you know this? And then they'll be like, you should have told me.
Also, did you know that your beloved Caesar dressing has anchovies in it?
Exactly.
Yes. You guys that love a good Caesar salad, it has anchovies in it.
Anchovies.
Like, yeah, it's
And they're delicious. And a
They're
lot
so-
of some of the Asian sauces that people like.
the fish
and-
sauce. Yeah, my garlic noodles have fish sauce in it.
Yeah.
I've never put fish sauce in, so that coconut mussel dish, it's similar to the coconut soup
Okay.
taste that I have in my cookbook, except I don't do lemongrass, but it's shiitake. Is it shiitake? I don't know what mushrooms. It's like
Okay.
that. And it might have ginger. I don't know. I haven't cooked in a while, but I couldn't even. I wouldn't have. You can taste it, but you can't taste it.
No.
Like I wouldn't have known that was fish sauce that was in it.
No,
But
and
it gives
from
it the
that
salt that
day
it needs.
learning, that's now going to be on the menu. But what you and I always talk about is prepping. I don't need to prep that on site. I can 100% make that whole thing, warm it on site, and then that cuts out all the time to have it ready for. I mean, that could have been just a soup.
That's
that
awesome,
could have
yeah.
been over mussels, could have been over clams,
Yeah,
could have been
and then
over
and then strain
noodles.
it, and then just keep a little bit of
Exactly.
the things.
And again, what I learned from you, I don't even think we would have had to strain it had I taken the time and cut them smaller and finer.
Yeah.
And then it wouldn't have had to be. Or you can also
I would have just grated the ginger.
smart. Yep. Something easy, something easier like that. Things I like that are really good, I'm trying to find little workarounds to make them because I'm not a huge prep, laborious, mise en place type chef. Like a lot of Mediterranean cooking, it's you go outside, you're grabbing a bunch of basil, you're grabbing your rosemary, you're adding in your fats, and then you're adding in whatever protein or you're using and you're serving. And that's the type of cooking I generally like to do, where it's a lot of guesstimation. What do you have on site? What do you have in your refrigerator? That's why I tend to, this new phase in my life is challenging, and I like it because I'm revisiting a lot of things. When most times I cook, I don't cook the same thing twice. It's whatever I had in my refrigerator at the time that you're getting that I'm making. And then if you say you like it again, I say it's going to be adjacent to or similar to.
Yeah, because it was whatever. It's Freestyle Friday.
Exactly.
Every day. Like, we're not doing
Exactly.
We're not doing none of that.
But now I have certain things like people fuck with the tri-tip. People like the jerk chicken wings. Like those are things that I've made over the years. I'm like, okay, fine. I'm gonna make it simple. That chimichurri crostini that we made for Miles Davis. I got phone calls about that one, so I'm gonna keep that one on the menu now. So
I think my problem with people or brands or whatever
Yeah.
it is that they try to introduce new things because they like it, and it's disturbing. I remember
Yeah.
I used to go to Taste, me and Dennis on Melrose.
Yeah.
And I went to the one in Palisades too. I don't know if they've closed since the pandemic, but they had these meatballs, and they had. I don't even like papaya. I think they're the mustiest fruit on the earth. I don't know why that's even a thing, but it had papaya in it, but I couldn't really taste it. They were so good. When we went, they switched it and made it like a marinara base. I was like, I need to talk to. I asked them, and they were like, oh, we were trying to something different. And then he said other people have been asking. I said, why do you guys do this? Like when you see something as a bestseller, when have you said, oh, this is our
doing
number
well.
one seller? Let's take it off the menu and introduce
Right.
something that's on the. It's
add
like,
and just add something different to it. I know, what was our spot?
and it's called limited edition, or like
Yes.
at my pop-up, you're gonna get smothered short ribs, you're gonna get
Yep.
garlic noodles, you're gonna get
Your
the
Asian
Asian
salad.
salad, you
Yep.
can add the chicken. I don't really like it with shrimp for some reason. I like it with
Okay.
steak or chicken. And then my fried mushroom, the vegan tacos, and then maybe we'll have a little bit of gumbo or a little something limited.
Yeah.
But those are it. those are people go like
Because those are the tried and trues, and you know people love it, and they get their mouth set on what they want to get, and they can have it. I remember Paul Martin's in Manhattan Beach used to have some smoked chicken wings. I mean, smoked chicken thighs. They would take the smoked chicken thighs, smoke them for 2 days, then they would flash fry it for 2 seconds. When I tell you that was my go-to happy hour, they were $7. You got a nice little tray of them, and then they pulled them off. No reason, no rhyme, no reason. They brought back like just some regular old buffalo style chicken wings. And I'm like, was it too labor intensive? Because it's thighs, so you know your margins were fine.
Paul
like,
Martin's has a good happy hour though.
They do.
Like
Those used to be on there.
I'll be there every every 3 weeks. The cocktail they do the pairing, so they do the. I get that
the burger and the thing.
I do the salmon.
Yes.
The steelhead salmon with regular fries, and then I do the. It's a whiskey cocktail. What is the name of it? And I don't get no bitters. You know I don't like bitters. But yeah, $17.
Yep. They got it down. They have it down to a science what they're doing with their happy hour menu. When I tell you I think about them wings, I mean those chicken, well, they had wings and chicken thighs mixed in.
Do you think we could write corporate? Like who can we get in contact with?
When I tell you I was like, I need to go talk to the chef, bring somebody forward, what's going on? I did.
You gave a little stink about it, and they didn't
listen to me. They don't love me.
budge.
They don't deserve my patronage.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna close this out like we close every.
How do we close it?
Well, we ask you to give a tip, some advice. It can be food related, or it could be just about anything that you've learned on your entrepreneurial journey, or something that like has been a mantra or something that's been very, very helpful to you that will be helpful to somebody else.
Oh wow.
And I usually give questions. I know I didn't give you any of the questions. I mix it up. I'm like, sometimes, people want to know the questions, but then it seems kind of rehearsed. So we just like to,
Okay.
I thought I'd just do everything on the gamble.
Let me think. I guess the advice I would give right now that has been the most helpful for me is don't be afraid to ask for help, and also know where your limitations are. And I say these things out loud because I'm very much team independent. If you want something done, ask a busy person. But I am really understanding how much more successful you can be by reaching out to your tribe and hiring your people to help take things off of your plate. So it's not even about having access to money or means. It can simply just be that you are using the resources around you, whether it's AI, whether it's saying, I'm going to read this book instead of trying to do this, or whether I'm going to have my kids pull up and do this, or I'm going to ask my mom to do that. Something where you can just give a little bit back more to yourself. And that would be the advice I give. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and don't be afraid to know where your limitations are.
Okay. And my tip for the week would be, about pretty much meal prepping. Chopping your vegetables at the beginning of the week saves so much time. There's a thing I got from Ross, and you just put it down and smash it. Because sometimes I have a food processor and a blender, but sometimes they crush it too tiny.
Yeah.
And so you want that. That thing was $12. I think I had a $4 gift card. But just prep those vegetables at the beginning. This will help when you're trying to get into a rhythm of a new diet or just cutting out something. You don't want to be bothered. You want to be lazy about everything. So it's like, no, I don't want to be dairy free because then I have to go and get this extra stuff. But if everything is readily available,
you can just grab and go.
Have those bell peppers already cut up, the onions already cut up. And for me, cilantro, we waste a lot of the cilantro. I have time, and actually this culinary journey has actually helped me with my patience and just slowing down. Sometimes I just rush, or like I'm just moving too fast.
Yeah.
But I'm about like not wasting and also not overspending. And yes, cilantro is only 99 cents, or you can get 2 or 3 for 99 cents at the market. But I just sit while I'm watching TV, and I literally pluck off each of the things so that I can get, and you could see how much. And then sometimes I take the stems and I blend them up to add it to the chimichurri or do whatever.
Yeah.
But just, getting those veggies prepped and just having them available will encourage you to add them
and
more
make
to
smarter
your
choices. I'm with it. I'm with it.
This is the ultimate tip. I know I gave y'all a tip.
Okay.
Mind your business. Like, that be the number one. No, it's minding your business. When you really mind your business, you don't have time to mind anybody else's.
Thank you.
And if you
Thank
mind your
you.
business like you mind other people's business, your business would flourish.
Hello.
And on that note, we are going to close. This has been a great episode.
Did you dare? Oh, did
Until
you dare?
next time.
Did you dance today?
Hey, did you dance today? Where can social media? Where can they find you? Social media.
I am on the Aisha Life, TheAishalife. I also have a website, theaishalife.com. My big thing is about make sure we're dancing and moving every day. So Did You Dance Today is my hashtag. You can find all of my grazing table events, places to go, experience, education, teaching, all of that stuff there. That's me. Yeah.
All
Aisha
right.
Steele.
Thank you for joining us, and we're out.
Peace.